Low back pain is consistently among the most costly and disabling health conditions on the planet. And we now understand that lots of multidimensional factors contribute and that these factors vary a lot between people. So movement and posture are two factors that the public, clinicians and researchers believe are important. And if we look at a group of people at a single point in time, those with pain tend to move and posture themselves in a more protective way. But if we track those with pain over time, current research tells us that if they improve, it's usually unrelated to changes in their movement or posture. But existing research only looked at a group's movement and pain on average and measured the same movement for everyone. Usually they only recorded 2 time points. So what if people have different movements or postures that are problematic, or they were just having a bad day on the day of testing? Well, this may skew the results. And that's where this research comes in. So we aimed to identify how changes to individually relevant movements and postures relate to pain and function. We used small wearable sensors to measure movements and postures that 12 people with persistent and disabling low back pain nominated as problematic, and repeated those measures on up to 20 occasions over a 22-week period. We also measured pain and function at the same time points. So once we plotted these measures, on top of seeing if they changed, we could then see how these people changed. We also ran statistical tests to estimate how strong the relationships were and the changes in movement or posture that related to an improvement in their condition. So what did we find? When looking at individually relevant movements and postures, most people actually had a strong relationship, but this wasn't true for everyone. Also, the most related movement or postural parameter, so that might have been speed, range, muscle activity, or pelvic tilt, this appeared to vary for each person, as did their most problematic activity. So this highlights how different movements and postures may matter for different people. And at an even deeper level, the important parameters for those movements and postures also seem to vary. So while the presence of a relationship was somewhat variable, when there was one, the change in movement or posture related to an improvement was very consistent. So when relationships were present, almost always, people's movement and posture became less protective. Their movement speed and range increased, people relaxed their back muscles more at full forward bending, and during sitting and standing, they increased their pelvic or low back slumping. An important caveat, these were just associations, so we can't say that moving this way caused their improvement. And we also don't know how generalisable these findings are, as this study was only in 12 people. For more information, you should read the full paper in the European Journal of Pain.